Hello everybody, this is Avery Johnson from REQK Channel 6 News. In today's outdoor section, we'll be covering the issue of invasive species, particularly invasive species of the water. Invasive species are organisms that are not native to an area and can have many threats to an environment, or in this case, on a body of water. We're here in Rio Rancho, New Mexico at this dirty ditch that supposedly has some invasive species, so we're going to try to check this out. Let's hear what some people have to say about invasive species. Hello, sir. Could you please tell us several reasons why you think invasive species are a problem?
Kill all of my fish!
How so, sir? And sir, could you please tell us some of the invasive species that affect your fishing?
Certainly, sonny boy. One of the invasive species that affects my fishing is the zebra mussel, otherwise known as the quagga mussel, that attaches to almost all surfaces and outcompetes my native fishies for food. Hydrilla is also another invasive species that affects me because I can't drive my boat out onto the lakes because the hydrilla would destroy my boat.
And could you tell us what you do to stop the spread of invasive species?
Yes. Whenever I get home, I hose off my boots and waders with 2% bleach solution and thoroughly dry them before I go fishing in a different body of water.
Very informative. Thank you for your time, sir.
Certainly, sonny boy.
After our interview with the knowledgeable fisherman, we decided to dig deeper and speak with a professional in the field. We decided to interview marine biologist Sean Fish Saver Jarvis. John, hey, Mr. Fish Saver.
What do you want?
Can you please come over here? I'd like to interview you, please. Can you please tell us some more reasons of why you think invasive species are a problem?
Yes, sir. There are several reasons. Invasive species reduce the amount of native species by establishing themselves in places that native plants try to grow. Invasive species can also make bodies of water unusable. For example, a species like hydrilla can grow so large that it infests bodies of water, making them unusable. But most importantly, invasive species can destroy ecosystems. Certain species feed off of certain species that feed off of certain species, and if an invasive organism destroys one part of the ecosystem, it can result in deaths of many species.
Could you please tell us some of the threat invasive species in the water?
Yes. Some of the worst invasive species are the rusty crayfish, the zebra mussel, hydrilla, New Zealand mud snail, and dynamo, otherwise known as rock snot.
Nice. And could you explain the rusty crayfish?
Yes, the rusty crayfish is found in northeast New Mexico and parts of northeast America. It destructs aquatic plant beds and outcompetes native species.
And could you please go a little more in depth on the zebra mussel?
Yes, the zebra mussel is a widely spreading invader that is a serious problem. It eats microscopic organisms that are a base for a lot of food chains. For example, the zebra mussel eats algae, which doesn't allow fish to eat.
And the New Zealand mud snail?
The New Zealand mud snail is a widely spreading organism that is similar to the zebra mussel. It outcompetes native organisms that are the base of a lot of food chains.
And could you explain the plant hydrilla?
Yes. Hydrilla is an aquatic plant that rapidly infests bodies of water and quickly makes them unusable.
And finally, could you explain Dynamo? What's it called, sir?
Dynamo.
Dynamo. There it is.
Yes, dynamo, otherwise known as rock snot for its snot-like characteristics, is a type of algae that is covering stream beds on the Pecos River. Anglers are also urge to take extra precautions to help prevent the spread of dynamo.
And what precautions should we take to help prevent dynamo or other invasive species?
There is a simple process to follow. It is called check, clean, and dry. Check your equipment and remove any obvious clumps of algae. Leave them at the site. Then you soak and scrub all of your equipment in 2% household bleach. And finally, you wait until your equipment is completely dry before you return to a new body of water.
Wow! Thank you for all the amazing information. That's all we have for today, folks. Till next time, check, clean, and dry. And our sponsor, Corona Extra.